Hi, it's Mrs. Adelman. Today I'm going to teach you a baking project. The fun thing about this baking project is you actually don't need to bake at all. In this project, you're going to use the microwave to melt ingredients, but you don't need to bake anything in the oven. Maybe you've had the type of Girl Scout cookie called peanut butter patties. Peanut butter patties, it's like peanut butter, and then there's a crunchy layer on the outside, and then it's all covered in chocolate. Those are really good, and I like them. I'm going to teach you how you can make a version of those at home. And you're also going to learn how to make chocolate-covered Oreos if you'd like. This is going to be fun, so let's see what we need. To make the homemade peanut butter patties, you'll need peanut butter, you'll need Ritz crackers, you'll need almond bark, which is like a meltable chocolate. If you don't have almond bark, you can use chocolate chips. You can use sprinkles if you want to put sprinkles on top of them. If you'd like to make some chocolate-covered Oreos, then you'll want some Oreo cookies. You'll need a bowl and a plate and a fork, a spoon, and a knife, and then some wax paper to let your cookies dry when they're finished. So just a few simple ingredients, and this should be a lot of fun. So the first thing you're going to want to do when you're making the homemade peanut butter patties is you're going to take your Ritz crackers and you're going to make little sandwiches out of them with the peanut butter. So you're going to take 2 Ritz and then you are going to put peanut butter in between them and set them aside like a sandwich. Let me show you what to do. So I'm going to take a little bit of peanut butter. I'm going to spread it in between the Ritz crackers. And then it's like a little Ritz peanut butter sandwich. And then we're going to keep going. Make as many of them as you want. If you're making chocolate-covered Oreos, you can skip this step because the Oreos are already like a sandwich, and you're not going to put peanut butter in the Oreos, so the Oreos are already like a little sandwich all on their own. So you'll just keep making the little sandwiches, and then we'll do the next step. So I finished up making the little sandwiches. If you were going to be making the chocolate-covered Oreos, then you don't need to make them into sandwiches because Oreos already have the filling. They're already like a little sandwich. But for the peanut butter ones, you do. So I finished making these, and now I'm ready for the melting step. So I'm going to take my almond bark, or I'm going to take chocolate chips, and I'm going to put them into a microwave-safe bowl and get ready to microwave them. So I'm going to make like 3 of these cubes, I think. And when I microwave them, I'm going to microwave it for 30 seconds and then stir, and then do another 30 seconds and then stir until they get melted. Okay, now we're ready to dip and dunk. I melted up the chocolate, so I did the interval melting where I microwaved for 30 seconds, then stirred, then 30 more seconds, then stirred. And kept going until it was nice and smooth and melted. And now I'm going to take my little sandwiches and I'm going to plop them in. And I'm going to use my spoon to swish them around until they get coated. And then I'm going to use the fork to take them out. So I'm lifting them out with the fork, and I'm also kind of trying to shake them a little bit so that some of the extra chocolate falls off. And then they're ready to get placed onto the wax paper for drying. And if I want to add some sprinkles, now is the time to add them. There we go. Doesn't that look cute? And then I can keep going. If I want to do some of the chocolate covered Oreos, I use the same method. So I just drop them in. I swish them around with the spoon to cover them. And then I use the fork to lift them out. Shaking off the extra chocolate. Put them on the wax paper for drying. And add sprinkles if I want sprinkles on them. You could also have fun doing other things chocolate covered, like if you wanted to have chocolate covered potato chips, maybe that could be good, or chocolate covered pretzels. People have heard of chocolate covered strawberries. You could do those, or you could even try, like, is it good to have a chocolate covered orange slice or a chocolate covered apple slice? So you could get creative, try dunking other things in chocolate, see how much fun you can have with that. I think it's pretty relaxing to watch them get coated with chocolate. It's so smooth, like a chocolate river or a chocolate lake. There it goes. These could make a special little treat for somebody. And then you'll just keep going until all of your little sandwiches are chocolate covered. And you'll set them onto the wax paper to dry. So our cookies have had time to cool and dry, and now they are hardened. And so what you can do is, if there's any that have like extra chocolate around the edges, you can pull that off. And then they're ready to put into a bag or on a plate, and you can give them to somebody special, or you can eat them yourself. Let's test one out. So you can see that the inside of it has the crumbly cracker part and the peanut butter part, and then the outside is the chocolate. So it's really, really nice, and it tastes like you spent a long time working on it, but really you just did quick dipping in chocolate and that was it. The almond bark, despite the name, it doesn't have almonds in it, so if you're allergic to almonds, you could still use that. And then you could dip Oreos instead of dipping peanut butter crackers if you're allergic to peanuts. So there's a lot of different things you could do, even if you have some food allergies. I think pretty much anything would taste good dipped in chocolate, even like chocolate covered broccoli. Give it a try, could be good. Well, we'll see you next time.